Welcome to the second week of our Advent season, and three words that are often used at this time of year, and we often see them written on greetings cards and are sent to us, are hope, joy and peace. And today we're going to look at hope, and it seems very appropriate in our current situation. And it is a word that is often used increasingly by people, by news headlines and politicians. So what is hope? Why is it important to us? What does hope mean? Well, a definition of hope is a feeling of expectation and a desire for a particular thing to happen, or an optimistic state of mind that is based on expectation of positive outcomes with respect to events and circumstances in our life or the world at large. And we might say things like, I hope I see my relatives over Christmas. I hope we don't get homework during the school holidays. I hope we can go on holiday next year. Hope is good for our well-being. Hope can help us manage stress and anxiety and cope with adversity. It contributes to our well-being and happiness and motivates positive action. It also encourages positive emotions such as courage and confidence. Hope is different from a wish, which is a desire or a strong feeling that you want something to happen. We might wish that we could win the lottery, but if that's our life's hope, then we will be sadly disappointed. Hope needs to be tangible and reachable, or else we can have false hope. And some examples of hope in the current time are a vaccine, something which will help us beat the virus and live normal or relatively normal lives. A job interview, a chance for us to get work, to have an income. Food bank, a way of getting through the week, putting food on the table, feeding our family, and something used increasingly more by families in this country. Hope in the Bible has two meanings. One contains a sense of eager anticipation and waiting, and we often are aware of that during the Advent season. The second depicts a sense of confident expectation based on certainty, secured by God's faithfulness and his promises. At Christmas we focus on the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem. We remember he was born at a time of occupation and oppression. Jesus was essentially born into a third world context. Under a military dictatorship, it was a society where everyone was coerced. There were restrictions on where you could go, and there was certainly poverty and probably many viruses and diseases which were fatal. For many, it was a bleak time. Jesus is born into this time to give hope. The birth was anticipated and miraculous. Once he was born, there was hope that he would restore and repair faith that was broken for many. The Messiah had been born, Emmanuel, God is with us. And by his life, he went on to fulfill prophecies, to heal the sick, to release people from addictive behaviours, and he taught with parables. He was also able to restore a right relationship with God. And although there was hope, there was also misunderstanding and confusion, even fear amongst the disciples, as it wasn't what they had expected. Many hoped for a different Messiah concerned with politics and nationalism, but Jesus was able to bring in God's kingdom and even overcome death and restore a right relationship with God, not just for one people or nation, but for everyone. And Christmas can be a difficult time for many, and especially so this year. If Christmas is just a sentimental time or a fuzzy feeling during December, it won't really give us hope. If we want hope that challenges and changes us, we need to read about Jesus and his life. At Christmas, God doesn't give us money, gadgets or stuff, but something more valuable, his Son. remember that hope, why we need hope, and we need to carry and share that hope. And we can share God's compassion and generosity, God's comfort and love, God's power and resilience. Emmanuel, God is with us, not just in Christmas or in 2021, but beyond, come what may. Thank you, and have a very, very good Christmas.